Welcome to the Taking Vegas podcast. It is Monday, September 12th. What have we learned after week one Sunday action? We'll get to that in just a moment. We also have some dumb coaches doing dumb things, dumb teams doing dumb things, dumb organizations doing dumb things. We'll speak about that as well. And we'll get you a free pick winner here on Monday night. Free pick winner yesterday was Baltimore. Got the job done. Fascinating weekend. And again, I'm your host, Chris Hodge. It's good to be with everyone. You're catching this on the Taking Vegas podcast. You can catch it at the site, takingvegas.com. There's a free baseball pick there. We'll get to that in just a couple moments. You can sign up for tonight's Denver-Seattle Monday night game. That pick will be sent out via text message. Absolutely free. No questions asked. Get you set up for that game. Denver currently is 6.5. I'm doing this podcast around 2 o'clock Eastern time, so the line can move. Opened at 4, got as high as 7, but sitting right now at 6.5. The total seems like it's moving. It opened at 41.5, which seemed low. I guess maybe it's an adjustment there. Up to 43.5, got as high as 44. Seattle's plus 230 on the money line. Denver is minus 283. So that's tonight. Obviously, Russell Wilson returning home to Seattle. If the fans do anything other than, I know that's a passionate fan base, very, very good fan base there, but if they do anything other than give that man a standing ovation for a long time, they should not really feel good about themselves. That man should get a standing ovation with literally no one else standing on the field of play. I hope that's what happens in Seattle tonight. It was not his fault. The guy did not go out burning a bridge. He did not go out saying anything negative about the organization. He did nothing but, if they weren't idiots there, he's got 2 Super Bowls. We don't have to rehash the Marshawn Lynch thing. But a tremendous player, was a tremendous advocate for the city, great in the community, and he should get a great standing ovation tonight, which I hope Russell Wilson gets. We'll see. And it's another great quarterback that goes over to Denver. We had it happen with Peyton Manning. Now we'll see if Russell Wilson can have similar success. Odd scheduling. First game of the year is at Seattle. Okay. But, hey, you know what? Not a bad job by the NFL. Good game tonight. We'll see what happens. You get a free pick on takingvegas.com. Just sign up, and you'll get the free pick via text message. You know what? Before we get to Sunday, let's go over Saturday. Holy smokes. I mean, if you look at what the top 10 teams did there, and even some of the other bigger teams that are not in the top 10, let's start with Nebraska. Frost had to get fired. I mean, you lose to Georgia Southern at home when you're in Nebraska. But here's the thing about Scott Frost, and it just aggravates the hell out of me because I never thought he was a good coach, like ever. I don't care that his UCF team went undefeated. What does that mean to me? It's completely irrelevant that UCF goes undefeated and then he goes to Nebraska where you have to be a real coach. You're coaching against real competition, and all of a sudden you can't get your way out of a paper bag. And then that onside kick to start the year against Northwestern when you're up 11, you got all the momentum in the world, and it's like handing them a gift. Like, here you go, Northwestern. You want some momentum to get back in the game? Here you go. Let me just give it to you. It's ridiculous. And so they lose that game. They win a ho-hum game last week, but then he loses to Georgia Southern, and out the door you go. But what do you get for being a terrible coach nowadays and going out the door and getting fired? You get a $15 million buyout, so how bad could it be, right? Think of what he did. Couldn't win a close game at Nebraska. They're no better off than they were when he first got on campus, and he got out of there. Forget what his salary was. He got out of there with a $15 million buyout. I mean, this stuff's got to stop. In no other walk of life do you get rewarded for being bad. I don't understand. Like, can you imagine getting fired from your job? Oh, where's my buyout? Man, you're getting fired because you suck. There's no other reason. So get out of here. You're not getting no buyout, but college coaches, that's what happens. All the money going around. Alabama was damn lucky to get out of Texas. Notre Dame didn't get out of Marshall. No, didn't get out of home because that's where they played Marshall, but they didn't get out of the game. And Freeman is the first coach in Notre Dame history to be 0-3. 0-3 at Notre Dame. It's never happened before. They've been around since the 1700s. It's never happened. They've been playing football for God knows how many years. And they're 0-3 for the first time with a loss to Marshall. That seat's going to get hot real quick. So, we had some interesting stuff go on Saturday. And then we get over to Sunday. Just for the video right now that's being posted on Twitter or Instagram or the pictures, whatever they do there, because we have the social media team. I literally know nothing about it. Going to give you the over in the Dodgers-Arizona game. It's a free pick here for Monday night. Good pitching matchup. You got the young kid for Arizona going. He went 7 innings against San Diego. Threw a shutout there through 7 innings. They're excited about him. The kid's last name is Nelson. Anderson has been good for L.A. He's 14-3 on the season. I believe his earned run average is 2.73, so good player there. But I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. There's a write-up on takingvegas.com about it, so go with the over in the Dodgers and Diamondbacks game for Monday. And again, for the free pick on the football game, just sign up at takingvegas.com, and you get Denver and Seattle absolutely free. So let's get down to yesterday, what happened. We'll run right down the board. New England and Miami, questions are going to start to be asked. Belichick has lived a charmed life, but even he is not immune to doing stupid stuff. And this thing with the no coordinator, we're going to do it by committee. If that worked, everyone would do it. See, this is the thing about Belichick, right? You're trying to recreate the wheel that you basically created, okay? He's trying to recreate the wheel that he basically created. That's ridiculous. I don't know what's going on over there. Yeah, you had the Mac Jones injury to the back, which the x-rays came back negative, and we'll see if he plays next week at Pittsburgh. But look, at the end of the day, just get on the same page. Have a defense coordinator, get an offense coordinator. There's no committee. There's certain stepping stones there. Certain people you got to listen to. Let the offensive coordinator be the offensive coordinator, whoever the hell he is. Patricia, Judge, it doesn't matter. Just pick a guy. Let him do it. But just trying to create this stuff. And when you put 7 points up against a Miami team, okay, we know Miami's improved. We get that. But Miami's not a stellar defensive team. You just scored 7. You went down there on Tuesday to prepare. You scored 7. Your offense allowed as many points as they scored. So, good win by Miami. -3 in the game. Tua didn't look bad. Tyreek had a nice game. Waddle had a nice touchdown catch on 4th down. Not a bad performance. Let's move it right down. I hate to say this because I'm not a negative person, and I like positivity, and I like things going well. But, man, oh, man, was there ever a team, if there was ever a team that simply got destroyed by one game and has never recovered, like ever, they've never recovered, it is the Atlanta Falcons. They had that Super Bowl one a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, however long it was. They're up 28-3, and Tom Brady and New England absolutely ruined the organization. They haven't done anything right since taking a 28-3 lead in that game. They didn't score another point in that game, right? And they haven't done anything right since. And yesterday, with Jameis Winston looking clueless for about 2.5 quarters, clueless. He didn't look like he knew what he was doing. They find a way to lose an unlosable game. They lost an unlosable game again. I mean, I could get the stats and research team here. I don't have it in front of me, man. But you could go over, since that Super Bowl loss, which, by the way, that was unlosable, and you could go over games that were unlosable for Atlanta. There's got to be 7 or 8 of them that were unlosable that they lost. And they did it again. Now, they covered a game. They were getting 5.5. That was never in doubt. They covered the game. But, man, oh, man, losing that game 27-26 when you're up 26-10 in the 4th quarter, holy smokes, that's as bad as it gets. Game goes over the total, but the underdog there covers. All right, look, is it too early to sound the alarm? I don't think so. I'm going to sound it. I said stupid coaches doing stupid things. This guy from San Francisco and an organization as a whole, I don't like the move, man. I don't like it. I'm not trying to get on the kid. It's one start. I get it. I don't like the move. You had a quarterback. You know how hard it is to win in the NFL? Jimmy Garoppolo, I don't care about talent. I don't care about, is he more talented than Trey Lance? No. Trey Lance is a better athlete. But there's a lot of better athletes than Tom Brady. Tom Brady wins, right? Jimmy Garoppolo won. What are you doing? They seem to like him there. What are you doing? And you go and lose to Chicago? I get it. The game was played in a monsoon. It was bad weather conditions, but 10 points? Justin Fields outplayed you? Look, these quarterbacks around the league that played at BYU, like Wilson from the Jets, that played at North Dakota, FCS level, like Trey Lance. Like these guys, you know how hard it is for these guys to have success? It's just ridiculous. So I think it's a stupid decision. If Garoppolo played yesterday, I believe the 49ers not only win the game, I believe they win the game easily. Easily. And look, San Francisco's got a win-now team. San Francisco's got Super Bowl aspirations. This goes a couple more weeks. They don't win. He don't look good. There's going to be questions all over the place. And rightfully so. Look, I mean, you cannot. He played. You want to tell me, it's his first start, Chris. Give him some time. Let him. Okay, fine. Again, I'm not going to get on the kid for that. But what I'm saying is, it wasn't like you didn't have a quarterback that was win. For goodness sakes, you went to a Super Bowl. You went to an NFC title game. You had chances to win the damn game. I mean, and you're going to kill Garoppolo? I don't get it. And if they come home and lose to Seattle next week, oh boy. Because then you go to Denver and you got LA. It could get out of hand quickly in San Francisco. They don't win that game next week. But good credit to Bears. 19-10 winners. 6.5-point underdog. Nice little money line there, 230. Browns and Panthers. Look, these referees, man, they got to stop this. I don't care. It was a bad call. It was a bad call. You see the roughing the passer is a bad call, and they're determining games. I hate when they do that. I thought it was a bad call. And by the way, I had no skin in the game either. I didn't bet the game. We didn't give out the game. I have no skin in it. I hate both teams. I never liked Cleveland. You guys know that and followed me through the years. Anything from Cleveland I can't stand. And Carolina I have no use for. Nice little city to walk around in. It's quaint. It's nice. Besides that, I mean, I have no use for Carolina. I thought it was a bad call. Mayfield played like garbage the first half, but played well later. I thought Carolina should have won the game. I'm not really going to spend much time on it, but I thought it was a bad call. Go check it out. You can YouTube it, or I'm sure you're catching it on videos. I thought it was a bad call. Look, there are like four teams that just always are what they are, right? The Jets, the Lions, the Jaguars. Now, give me another one. The Jets, the Lions, the Jaguars. I'm probably going to go with the Cardinals. They just never figure it out, really. They have talent, but they never figure it out. But let's focus on the three, the Jets, the Lions, and the Jaguars. They just do Jets, Lions, Jaguars type stuff. And for some reason, look, this was a big game. We gave it out for free to everyone yesterday. Baltimore, we wrote it up. We were telling people to bet on it as much as we could. I mean, look, the Jets stink. I don't want to hear they're improved. I've said this for years on radio programs and podcasts that I've done. I've said it for years. If you suck, but you improve slightly, you still suck. You understand? Like, what is improvement? If you're terrible and you go one step above terrible, you're still terrible. That's still bad. That's not good. So the Jets, we got better players. No, you don't. You still stink. You don't have a quarterback. You don't have an offensive line. Defense played well yesterday for the most part, but then they wore down. It's not good. And Baltimore didn't even play well yesterday. That's the scary thing. Baltimore didn't even play well. Lamar Jackson didn't even play well. He had 3 touchdowns. He didn't even play well. He could play better. Baltimore didn't even play well. And here's a funny story. One of my friends, the Jets can't even lose right. They don't even lose right. One of my friends, as a goof, put $15 on the final score 24-10. He just was screwing around in one of the sports books. Little stupid bet. They were plus 950. The bet would have paid like $13,000. $15 would have paid $13,000. A nice little score for a $15 bet. Doesn't happen too often. What do? They missed the extra point. So the Jets don't even lose correctly. They never have. Well, that's why we loaded up on Baltimore yesterday. And it was good. So, we get that win. Keep it moving. Again, Mike Tomlin, phenomenal. They're always prepared. They're always good. They always find ways to stay in games. They always find ways to be over 500 for the season. You know why? Because Mike Tomlin is a damn good coach. And there's a lot of other stupid coaches out there that do stupid things. Mike Tomlin, you never hear, ever. Mike Tomlin's been around for God knows how many years. You never hear stupid decision associated with Mike Tomlin. Ever. Plays a simple game. When he's supposed to go for it, he goes for it. When he's supposed to go for 2, he goes for 2. When he's supposed to punt it, he punts it. And his teams are always prepared. Always. I personally think if I was starting a team today, that is my coach, Mike Tomlin. I take him over Belichick because I don't know what Belichick is without Brady. Yeah, he might get the all-time win record. That means nothing to me. Okay? I don't know what he is. He's got to go win without Brady for me to even look at him. Andy Reid's a damn good coach. He's always won. To me, it's Andy Reid and Mike Tomlin, and I go Mike Tomlin because because Andy Reid has had more talented teams than Mike Tomlin. And Mike Tomlin always finds ways to keep his team in. They're always prepared. So good for them. They were +7 yesterday. We'll win the game outright. We touched on this on the podcast on Friday. Overs and Lions first games. It's like 12 or 13 years in a row now. Yesterday was another example. Again, the Lions play hard. They play good. They try to get things going late in the game. Well, when I say they play good, I mean they play good late in the game. But Philly wins 38-35. They do not cover. And backdoor cover for Detroit. So they come from behind. Colts and Texans, a wacky, crazy game that was won and lost 14 different times. 20-20 tie. But it was like but neither team wanted to win. But here's the thing. Like, Lovie Smith, right? And again, I just question it. I question it, and I don't know why. And many of you might be, disagree with this. That's fine. Why are you punting with like 26 seconds to go? Like, you're Houston, right? You're not supposed to win this year, right? Why are you punting? Like, go for it. Like, that's why I respect the guy from the Giants. Just go for it. He went for 2. Just go for it. The guy Blankenship just missed a field goal. It looked like one of my golf shots. It started straight and went, 100 feet to the right. I mean, just take a shot. Like, you punt? I don't get it. And again, he would have got crucified if he doesn't punt the ball. They don't get it and they lose the game. But you know what? It shows balls. So, I mean, credit to Houston. They stayed in the game as a 7-point underdog. Credit to them. But, I would have went for it there. I don't know if you guys want to make a comment on that, whether you think that's stupid or not. I would have went for it. And look, I say this. If I'm a team with Super Bowl aspirations, I don't go for it there. I want you to understand the difference. If I'm a team with Super Bowl aspirations, I punt the ball. But if I'm a team, I'm trying to build something, and I'm trying to show my guys I believe in them, and I'm trying to say, you know what, screw it. We're playing with house money. We should have got killed in this game anyway, but here we are. Everyone thought we were going to get bombed. We're staying. We're in it. We're here. I go for it. Screw it. What do you got to lose? You're Houston. You're not supposed to win. So that's how I feel about that. Jaguars doing Jaguars-type stuff. Washington stinks, and Jaguars found a way to lose the game, like the Jaguars always do. I'm not even going to touch on that game. It's such a boring game. Green Bay and Minnesota. Look, I mean, Aaron Rodgers throws a dime. It's going to be an 80-yard touchdown pass. Dude drops the ball. Yeah, you know what? You can't have one without the other. You could be an all-time, all-great quarterback, but you got to have some guys catching the ball for you to be that all-time, all-great quarterback. And that, to me, was a determinant point to that game, even though what happened earlier. They were down 7-0. They were going to tie the game up, 7-7. And then Green Bay, somehow, some way, lets Justin Jefferson run wide open right before the half. I don't even know how he gets open like that. I mean, everybody in the stadium's got their eyes on Justin Jefferson. And they just let him roam across the field like they didn't even know he was on the field. That didn't make no sense to me. But credit to Minnesota. I'm not going to write off Green Bay. Look, we remember last year, Green Bay went to New Orleans. Well, not went to New Orleans. They had that. It played at a different site. But, they got their asses kicked in that game. And then what'd they do? They went on to win 13 games. So I'm not going to sound the fire alarm for Green Bay. But credit to Minnesota. Good win. Kansas City, 44-21. The difference in coaching there was so ridiculous. I'm not trying to cost anyone their job or say anyone should be without a job, but, I mean, that was just eye-opening. Andy Reid just such a better coach than Kingsbury. Just not even close. Not even close. So, 44-21, and that was being kind. Chargers and Raiders, the dude from the Chargers tried again. Staley, I'm telling you, they won yesterday, fine. Give them the applause. Good. I'm telling you, this guy is going to cost them games this year. They're up. Everything's going good. No problems. 4th and 1, go for it. This guy never learns his lesson. Ever. Ever. And again, it swings the game. And they could have lost that game, which they had no business losing. They could have lost that game. This guy, for my money, the Chargers probably have a top 2 or 3 talented team in the NFL. There's not too many teams that are going to out-talent the LA Chargers. Almost every team they face will outcoach them. But not too many teams are going to out-talent them. He's a bad coach. I don't care. He's not a good coach. I'll sing it to the grave. But Chargers get the job done 24-19. They get the cover. Everyone was on the Chargers, was sweating the 2-point conversion. Everyone was on the Raiders, was hoping for the 2-point conversion. Wasn't to be. And the game, a lot of people thought that would be a high-scoring game. And it was not. And it was never. That game was never going to go over unless it got into overtime. And even then, it might not have went into overtime. Giants and Titans. Credit to the Giants. The Giants found a way to win a game that they had no business winning because they played really bad. Saquon, good job. He had a great game. Besides that, you still got Daniel Jones doing Daniel Jones type deal. He just throwing the ball for no reason at all and fumbling it. That's what he does. But they found a way to get out of a road environment, which is a tough road environment, with a win. The Giants' defense almost did it again. Randy Bullock misses the field goal at the end. The Giants have given up a lot of scores late in games the last 2 years to lose games when they've had leads or tied games. But the kick goes the Giants' way. Credit to Dable. He goes for 2. Ballsy decision. And again, that goes back to Houston, right? If I got Super Bowl aspirations, I probably kick the extra point there. But I'm playing with house money, so screw it. What the hell? Let's go for 2. It's a 50-50 deal. And it's the Giants already missed an extra point in that game. So, I thought it was a great decision. And I would have been saying that even if they didn't get it. I thought it was a great decision. So, last game of the night, Tampa Bay and Dallas. Tom Brady, man, I don't know. That dude sold his soul to the devil. I don't know what that dude did, but he still looks like he's slinging it all over the field. Man, he's 3 years older than me. I roll out of bed, I almost break an ankle, man. This guy, good for him. Good for him. And Dallas, man, it fell apart quick for Dallas. Dak Prescott hurt. Looks like he's out 6 to 8 weeks. Hope for a speedy recovery. But again, that team has been a very injured team. They lost their offensive lineman. And that was not a good opening night for Dallas, 19-3. So over at TakingVegas.com, again, got the free pick on the Dodgers game. That's over there. You can catch the write-up. You could sign up for Denver and Seattle tonight. That game will be via text. One more thing I want to touch on. What was up with the field goal kickers yesterday? Holy God in heaven. Are you kidding me? That was as bad a performance from the field goal kickers. I don't know. I got to get together, get their own union or something. I don't know, man. That was terrible yesterday. You had guys missing kicks all over the place. And by the way, I'm not just talking missing. I'm not even close. Not even Blankenship, not even close. The dude on the Jets missed a field goal, not even close. Then he misses an extra point. Not even close. The guy on the Giants misses an extra point. A dude from Cincinnati, McPherson, who never misses a high snap, laces forward, not forward, right? Like with the Einhorn is Finkel, Finkel is Einhorn for all old people out there. Ace Ventura, but laces were not out, shanks it to the left, wasn't even close. Dude on the Steelers, yeah, he had a knuckleball go in, out, then it hits the post, but he comes back and wins the game late. Colts, they're not Colts. Texans, no one wanted to win that game. God, there were missed kicks all over the place. All over the place, man. And this is what annoys me. It's like the closer in baseball. For goodness sakes, man, you got one job to do. When you're in baseball, your team works hard for 8 innings. You got to come in and get 3 godforsaken outs, and a lot of them screw that up. And you get paid handsomely to do it. These field goal kickers sit around all damn game. All they got to do is do one thing. Forget the kickoff. That's going into the end zone anyway. That's nothing. You saw the friggin' safety on Kansas City kick the ball through the uprights yesterday on a kickoff. Anyone in the world could kick the ball off. You're not there for that. You're there to make kicks. Man, if you can't do it, get out of there. Get someone. And it's an epidemic. I don't know if young kids coming up, just they don't want to be kickers anymore. I don't know what it is. But this is an epidemic. And that's how it shows you how important Justin Tucker is. Justin Tucker runs onto the field, you know you got 3 points or 1 point. You know you got it. Almost, maybe the kid from Atlanta, same situation. He's a very good kicker. Everyone else, you're like, it's 50-50. Guy going to make this kick or not? So, I mean, they got to wake up because kickers were terrible yesterday. Nothing will piss a better off more than when a guy misses a chip shot field goal. That is just the most annoying thing. But it happens. So, look, that's the breakdown of Sunday. Did a couple games on Saturday. Gave you the free pick here over Dodgers, Diamondbacks for Monday night. Go over to takingvegas.com. You can get a free pick between Denver and Seattle. You can also call 888-9-WIN-NOW. That's 888-994-6669. We got some more free picks. Had a big Sunday. Baltimore, winner. Tampa Bay, winner. Minnesota, winner. We did lose with over in the Miami game. 3-1 on Sunday with the NFL. That was off Buffalo and the under on Thursday. So really good start to the NFL regular season for us. And that was off a really good NFL preseason. So great things going on in the NFL. College, back and forth last week. Won a couple games, lost a couple games. It is what it is. We'll look to rebound this week. But, you know, we got some big things lined up. And we got some big baseball plays lined up as well. So check out takingvegas.com or call 888-994-6669. Have a great Monday, everyone. And I'll catch you back here either Wednesday or Thursday for another podcast. Have a great day, everyone.